Hello everyone, and welcome to Art Chat. I'm Marge Lee, and today we are in Tribby Arts Center to talk about the exhibition Moving Forward. Now, this exhibition features 3 wonderful and very complex artworks made by the fellows over in the wood shop. So let's get to it and learn all about them. We have Tom Young with us here today.
Morning, Marge.
Welcome to Art Chat.
Thank you very much.
Now, you were kind of the ringleader of this project.
Well, as a member of the VAC that you chair, I represent the wood shop, and therefore you came to me with the idea.
You were it.
I was it. I got stuck. Okay.
Give us a little bit about that history, because this project took place over quite a long period of time.
It did. I think it was in May 2020, right in the midst of the pandemic. You asked me as a member of the VAC to have the wood shop consider making kinetic sculptures for the Woodshop Challenge exhibition. I presented the idea to the group, and they embraced it with enthusiasm. And so we got together and watched videos, researched what was available, and decided, hey, this is something we might be able to do anyway. It's a challenge, and it turned out to be a challenge, as you well know.
So you did do 3 different sculptures.
Right.
And we're standing in front of the first one.
Yes, this is Aurora. This was our first one, and this and the others we built were available in terms of the artist providing plans and digital files. Aurora was sculpted by a German sculptor. His name was Blasius, or Blasius, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But he was in Germany, and at that time, you know, we had no flights from Germany.
It was COVID, during COVID.
So we tried to do our best to source the parts, the metal parts primarily, because he sent us the digital files, in this country. And Joe Belanger was able to source most of the parts, but the critical part was the spring. We had to get it from Germany. The sculptor had those springs, and Tom Ferguson's had a son in the Air Force Reserve. He had a friend at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany. He arranged for the sculptor to deliver the spring there, and it was actually transported by military transport back to this country. Eventually got to us, and we had all the necessary parts.
Somehow it all came together.
Somehow it did, and but it took a while, you know. Yeah.
And we should mention at the end of this segment, we are going to let people see it in motion.
Certainly, it's something to see.
So stay with us. We'll we'll be showing it in motion. So now that we have heard a little bit about the background, let's bring on Joe Belanger and have him talk about exactly what you're looking at here and how it works. Joe Belanger, welcome to Art Chat.
Good morning.
Now, talk a little bit about this wonderful artwork. We are showing it stationary first, so that you have an opportunity to point out some of the workmanship. Tell us about it.
Well, first of all, it's sort of an international project. You heard that it was designed originally by a German sculptor. This is Russian Baltic birch, plywood that it's made out of. We were able to use some of our high-tech wood crafting machines to produce these identical wings, as we call them. It's made of 2 counter-rotating sets of wings.
This and that one, okay.
An inner and an outer ring. It's driven by a spring. I don't know if people will be able to see it on our show, but they certainly can see it when they come visit at the Tribby. But it's driven internally by a spring, a special kind of spring. It's called a constant torque spring.
Okay.
Which, when you wind up a spring, things tend to get tighter and tighter. This one retains the same tension over its entire wind to unwind. Sort of works backwards compared to most springs that you've ever seen.
So that makes the continual motion.
That gives it the motion that it has.
Okay.
Now, it looks like it's balanced, but one of the critical things in this is actually introducing the correct amount of imbalance.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but that's
okay.
one of the challenges that we had. Internally, there's a mechanism, it's analogous to a clock mechanism in ways. This little star wheel interacts with two sets of pawls. You can see,
I see them.
one here and one here. And those are controlled relative to each other by magnets that are buried in the wood.
That's amazing.
So this is an interesting application of really sort of simple machine type thinking, and I'm sort of a mechanic rather than an artist, but a simple machine type thinking applied in a way that creates what turns out to be a pretty nice piece of art. I think I want to point out that we actually have the shell point emblem engraved with our CNC machine in this little hub right here.
Well, it's just an exquisite work of art. So we will be now showing people what it looks like in motion. The exhibition again is Moving Forward. It's here at the Tribby Arts Center in this space through December 24th. I do want to say this is the first of 2 segments about this exhibition, so stay tuned for the other one. And now be mesmerized as you see Aurora in its beautiful motion.